Are you thinking of taking a trip overseas? Remember, you always have to be diligent when you travel. There are lots of scammers in many countries. So here are 14 tips that you should keep in mind when traveling abroad. Always book half-decent hotels as close as possible to the scenic sites if you're not going to be driving. In many countries where they don't speak English, it's a good bet. Remember, all taxi drivers are not the same. Many taxi drivers will try to overcharge you. Some taxi drivers will quote you one price, and when you arrive at the destination, they'll charge you more, saying that they never told you that price. Other times, a taxi driver will let you out at the wrong destination and tell you you have arrived. We have had this happen to us in Brazil. Sometimes, the taxi driver will drive around the block a few times so that the fare can add up. We have had that happen to us in Brazil. When you arrive at the airport, it's best to book your taxi from inside the airport. Or you can download the Uber application and go online and book an Uber taxi. This is a safer bet. Keep your money in different places so if you lose one set, you have another set somewhere else. It's a good idea to use your charge card if possible. And you can use it at places where the fees are not so high. It's safer to have a charge card because most places nowadays take charge cards. Make sure you inform your bank before you leave that you'll be abroad so that they don't stop payment on your card. Always read your restaurant bill. Most times the tip is already included. However, if you want, you can also give additional tips. In Brazil, at the Copacabana beach, people tell you that you have to pay to sit on the government bench. That's not true. They try to bully you. They try to prey on foreigners. Also be careful. In some places there are lots of crimes, especially in Brazil, like at the Copacabana beach. In Brazil, there is child labor, but as a visitor, you need to put a blind eye on that since there's too much of it and you can't do anything about it. Remember, Brazil has a large population and there are lots of illegal things that goes on. Be careful with your handbags, cell phone, and valuables. Try not to expose them when you're outside, walking around in the streets. In Brazil, be careful when buying halal food. The sign may say halal, but you're not really sure if the people making your food are using halal products. This happened to us at one place in Brazil. We found that in Brazil, if you show emotion on buying stuff like beautiful garments, etc., some vendors will raise the price of that item right in front of you with no explanation. Many people can speak English, but they prefer not to be bothered with foreigners. So if you don't speak Spanish, it could be a little bit of a problem. If you can't speak the language well, install Google Translate on your phone. A lot of people use the Google Translate application in South America. Also, when you're buying SIM cards, do not buy the eSIM. It doesn't work. 2 times now I've bought it and it doesn't work on my phone. Go to a shop that sells SIM cards and let them install it in your phone and make sure it's working. Always understand the exchange rate and try to identify the money so you're not getting ripped off. Don't drink ice in your liquids because the ice is made with local water and you can get sick. If you don't have a phone and you need to speak English, try to find a younger person. They'll help you. English is being taught in schools, and a lot of the younger people are willing to help foreigners. If you're really stuck and you cannot express yourself, you can try to use some simple sign language. I hope this information was helpful to you, and I hope you enjoy your trip. All countries have scammers, remember that. And I've dealt with a lot of scammers, but none beat the ones in India. Take care for now.